Welcome back to TheChowTimePod. It's your host, Red. Got our videos today from NG Fire. Woke people making fool of themselves. Please subscribe down below. I really appreciate that. Let's get that chow. It's chow time.
Okay, hun. So.
Settlement squatters.
How you identify, is that a delusion too? Tanya, I'm gonna start calling you him. Are you cool with that? Is that okay? I'm going to decide who you are, and I'm going to impose it upon you. And not just that, I'm going to oppress and ridicule and limit who you get to be, how you're going to dress. You can no longer dress in feminine clothing at all. No more makeup for you, Tanya. That's just not in the cards. That's a delusion. It's your delusion, and I'm gonna step in and solve it. Or, and I'm just spitballing here, maybe we let people identify with who they are and just respect.
Okay.
So nobody is stopping you from dressing the way you want, or even calling yourself what you want. We just refuse to participate, and nobody actually cares. If you called me a her, I couldn't care less. I really wouldn't, because I'm not fragile. I've got more important things to worry about. And also, I know what I am. I'm not like identifying as a man. I just am a man.
I want to let you know what's going on in our state in regards to LGBT policy. We're getting new information from the state level, from Governor Youngkin, that we have to amend our policies to align with his new plan to try to give parents more rights in education. And that sounds nice, but it's ultimately going to hurt kids because it's going to cause educators to not be able to use the correct name and pronoun that students are telling us to use. It's going to require us to go to parents to get approval before we can use the correct pronouns, and that's really going to hurt kids in unsupportive families. We also have to amend our policies to no longer allow students to play sports or go to the bathroom with their gender, and instead go to the one that matches their gender at birth. So keep watching what's going on in Virginia.
Wait, we're talking about kids? Like elementary school, high school kids? You're letting them go into opposite sex locker rooms because they identify as opposite? Is this happening right now? Why is this allowed? Especially in the high school era. If I was a boy and this was a law and I just wanted to see girls naked or something, I'm a woman. I'm a girl. I identify as a girl. Let me go to the girls' locker room.
Yeah, so she's basically worried, talking about how this is going to hurt kids. No, it's protecting kids from people like her. What she really means is it's going to hurt her and her weird friends because they're no longer going to be able to corrupt kids.
KFC, shame on you!
KFC, shame on you!
KFC, shame on you!
Stop supporting genocide!
Stop supporting genocide!
Boycott Israel!
Boycott Israel!
Boycott KFC!
Boycott KFC!
Boycott Israel!
Boycott Israel!
Boycott KFC!
Boycott KFC!
KFC, shame on you!
KFC, shame on you!
KFC, shame on you!
KFC, shame on you!
Stop supporting genocide!
Stop supporting genocide!
Stop supporting
Nadine, thank you very much for the gift. Nadine, thank you.
KFC, you
People
can
support
hide.
Israel. We are just here today to boycott KFC. KFC is
KFC!
supporting Israel.
You're supporting genocide! Free Palestine!
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 Free.
Does this actually work? Does this accomplish anything? Like, what the hell's going on?
Palestine!
From oppression to liberation!
From oppression to liberation!
Activism is basically a way for completely useless people to feel important. If you got some of these people up, I'd say unemployed with just too much time on their hands.
They have to be unemployed. I ain't got time for this.
Useless for society.
You useless dossers!
What kind of things like make you not necessarily as proud to be American?
Assimilation of a lot of cultures. Like there's a food truck that I got a burrito.
That's why I like America, because we assimilate all the cultures. I love the fusion foods. It's like usually Vietnamese fusion with all the other races. It's awesome.
From, and I got salsa, and it was like tomato juice, and so I was like, okay, how are y'all gonna like use someone's culture and then like appropriate it?
Said the man appropriating women.
And I say this because the climate crisis is not past. The climate crisis is not a result of natural disasters, it's actually man-made. It's a result of...
Say it again, because I think they missed it.
The climate crisis is man-made. And it's not just man-made, it's white man-made.
Always got to go with a certain race, huh?
It is a result of capitalism, years of colonialism, years of racial oppression. And so, if you want to get involved, the way that we save our planet is when we protect the most vulnerable communities among us. And this includes Black trans women. This includes indigenous peoples.
Wait, how does this fight climate change?
Because when we protect them, then we can protect everybody else.
What?
This is hilarious. Aisha Sadika, a UN advisor, has been quoted as saying the white man has brought life as we know it to the verge of extinction, often promotes radical leftist beliefs like abolish the police, always promotes socialist ideals, and constantly shares Marxist
Abolish the police? Privileges that women have been living in this whole century. They just take it for granted. They really do. They really take police, firefighters, all these people, soldiers that are in place to protect people and to protect laws. You just don't think they're necessary because you're a woman now and you have power to be able to make money or whatever you want. What?
themed and anti-capitalist content while repeatedly denigrating white people. Also born in Pakistan and moved to America, #1 capitalist country in the world, even though she hates capitalism. But she moved there for a better life and then goes on to basically say how bad capitalism is. Pretty weird. And to top it off, in 2023, despite all her racist comments, was actually named Time Magazine's Woman of the Year. I'm surprised that this is even allowed on YouTube. I wonder if you replace the word white with black, what would the outcome be? Do you think she'd be removed from YouTube then? Do you think she would have won Time Magazine's Woman of the Year? I mean, it doesn't make any sense as well. What? So in order to stop climate change from getting any worse, you need to protect black trans women. That don't make no sense, does it?
It really doesn't.
An agenda, and that just proves it even more. Let me know what you think down below.
When Leah Thomas gets on the block, when they're about to start a race, how does the audience react to this?
As you can imagine, right? Like, there was a lot of silence. A lot of people didn't really know what to do. There wasn't a lot of clapping. There was a lot of like protesters and like trans rights activists who were there, who were being loud, and the posters and blah, blah, blah. Lots of booing. Kelly J. Keane was there, who is a phenomenal women's rights activist out of England, and she was there, and she, I'll never forget, I'm standing on the pool deck, and at this point in time, like, of course, me and all my teammates and my coaches, we all knew this was wrong, but it's still, I didn't know how to talk about it, or what to say, or what outlet to go to. And I remember hearing her from the stands, and she just said something that we were all thinking, and she yelled so loud, "He's a cheater." And I was like, oh my gosh, I needed to hear that.
When you think about it, this is the definition of misogyny, isn't it? You're taking away a woman's sport from them, basically. On what planet does anybody think that giving a man a medal or a trophy for beating a woman is actually okay? It's so ridiculous. Anyway, I've got a solution.
Well, it could be okay if it's like academics and stuff, because it's not physical. Physical, there is a huge, stark difference. Mentally, not so much. We're very close. We're very close.
So what they need to do, all the women just stand on their blocks when the race starts and let the man race himself as a protest.
I think Hondurans, Mexicans, Nicaraguans, El Salvadorians, Panamanians, Venezuelans, Chileans, they should all go home.
Oh, really?
If they're here illegally, yes.
But like I said before, these people have been devastated by, in the past, these countries are poor.
I don't care. Go fix your own country. Don't come to our country.
Because we fucked that up in the first place.
Hold on a second. How did we screw up El Salvador? No, tell me. How did we screw up El Salvador? Can anyone tell me?
The drug war.
Oh, the drug war is our fault? No, the drug war was the cartels of native-born gangs that transformed themselves into violent groups in El Salvador in the western part of Mexico, and somehow that's America's fault?
So I have no issues with this. I was an immigrant. I came here legally because they were allowing refugees for my family. And then my aunts came here in the 80s, and then my aunts sponsored my father and my mother and I to come here because there was only 3 of us. And we came here legally. We came with green cards, and I became a citizen when I was 16. And my dad became a citizen when I was like 15, which is proper. I don't think even Cambodians that are here illegally should be staying here. I love this country. This country has provided so much for me and my family. I would like to keep it nice and violent free for as long as possible, at least until I leave.
I mean, the
And
CIA
it's the
did facilitate.
Hold on. It's the cartel that is the ones that are trafficking the people into this country. And they're working right now at the southern border, 15,000 people a day. I'm not going to all of a sudden be like, you know what? I feel so sorry for the person that from Venezuela that came all the way here, broke the law, illegally domiciled themselves. Like, no, go back to Caracas and make Caracas great again.
A lot of women are actually war heroes just as much as men are.
That's why we lose all the wars.
I wouldn't go there.
Where? I'm okay with them going in to cook, iron, sew, and that kind of stuff.
And Medicare and be nurses and stuff.
Right, but not to be at war with the man.
I look at that as like toxic masculinity, where you feel like only men have to be the ones fighting wars.
Right.
Women are just as capable of holding a gun, shooting a gun,
you can
fighting
teach
in
a
a war.
monkey to hold a gun, but you know what I'm saying?
I just feel like.
Am I right?
Yeah, you can.
Yeah, so you can teach a monkey to hold a gun, but the monkey not gonna be good as the man.
I think men and women are equal.
What's equal about men and women?
The fact that they're just as capable as getting an education, they're just as capable as obtaining a degree.
A monkey can get an education.
A monkey can't get a degree because monkeys
Yes,
aren't allowed in
I
school.
know many monkeys with degrees.
Okay, no one's saying women aren't capable. Like, we have to just be real. In some situations, a man is better for the job. Now, imagine you're a 240-pound man lying down and you've been shot on the front line, and then you've got a 5'3" woman, 120 pounds, who says, "Oh, sorry, I don't have enough girl power to carry you to safety."
Shout out to NG Fire. That was some damn good chow. Again, I have friends that are sergeants. I have a friend that was a sergeant in the Army. She literally said she would not be able to pick majority of those men up for anything. Even firemen carry, as much as people want to say you can do that. No, you can't fireman carry 200-pound man when you already have 100 or like 60 pounds on your back already. That's the issue. Please like and subscribe down below. I really appreciate that, and I'll catch you guys next time.